Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory. Call halal la Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Waha Rachagadas Bartham. I will honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth for faith and sincerity, risking their lives and the freedom to do so. Shalom to the Akwath and the Akim out there listening and learning. Lord willing, it's an edifying video. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of the other nations, looking like the other nations, but subscribing to this truth. To you, I say shalom. This is Brother Yahweh Sop out of the GMS Cleveland Church, a fellow servant, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. And basically, this is an article I got from RT. I did a video about the mark of the beast and how, with this whole little legislation that they passed for this stimulus package, it had mention of, a device, a digital dollar, and a digital wallet, and all this shit, and so a few brothers from the Elder Apostle Tahar to, just other brothers did videos as well about, this could be leading up to the mark of the beast, which, it's not coincidence that you got these countries that's going cashless, that's have these Amazon Go. I mean, how many countries are going cashless? Just like it's not coincidence how all these different governments just lock down their citizens. Like, proving to you that you don't really have no rights like you think. And these stupid ass Americans going to feel it worse than everybody because Americans are privileged in their mind. I was watching a video, the brother from, I don't know the brother's name, but I believe he's a man of valor. I know his channel is Stay in the Spirit, 144. He said beginning of Jacob's Trouble. And he showed them, because, basically they told them not to go to Miami, don't go out to the beaches. But Jake want to be Jake. They going to do what they do, or think they going to do what they want to do. To this Edomite show you're not going to do what the fuck you want to do. So basically, at first, when I'm watching it, it looked like it was like scripted. But then when you really watch it, no, that shit wasn't scripted. Basically, they showed them basically telling them they got to leave the premises. And Jake, being Jake, didn't want to leave. So, they basically removed him. They shot him with the bean bag guns and the pellet guns and was tackling and dogging. And what you think gonna happen? And, what you don't realize is this. That all took place like that because the dollar, a quick history lesson for these dumbass. Because I was listening to Apostle Gabar and he was in the spirit so cold. I forgot what's the name of the video, but he was like, they don't never want to look up nothing. They just want everything fucking handed to them. He said, I'm going to teach you something. I'm going to give you something since you're so fucking lazy. At the end of the day, if you don't know anything, our dollar is not backed by nothing. That's why you got all these other countries that's buying all this fucking gold and everything while you are under the impression your dollar's worth something because we have the petrodollar. That was all, this Edomite schemes. He is, let me get that script real quick because it shows you, this motherfucker is smoother than, his words is smoother than butter though. I believe it's Psalms 55. This is Psalms 55. I'm going to start at verse 20. Psalms 55 and 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. And, I could just give you one example of this fucking devil that made a covenant, made a pact, made an agreement with a people, and then broke it every fucking time. And that's with Israelites. people don't believe that they, like you went through so much. But when you go into certain people's histories and who we call the Israelites, they caught hell too. Some more than others. But I mean, Gad went through some shit. Literally, like I say, Gad went through some. So literally, that's a people that they made. These Edomites didn't know what the fuck to do, how to even survive over here, and then took the land from the people that was originally here. How the fuck you discover something that somebody was already at? And people buy this shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's like this COVID shit. You got people walking around with fucking masks on. Listen, it's microscopic. You get what I'm saying? So it can get through the fucking mask. But you got people putting their trust and faith in fucking the mask. Man, I swear I think they put something in the fucking air because I wasn't sick. And then out the blue, you know what I mean? Like, I got sick as fuck. And I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? But it's all spiritual anyway. Like I say, if it's meant for you to get that shit, you're going to get that shit. You know what I'm saying? It said, he that put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him, he hath broken his covenant. And this Edomite has broken his covenant with the nation of Israel. Gad, the so-called North American Indians multiple times. You know what I mean? It says, verse 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So at the end of the day, while this devil sitting up here smiling in your face and shit, he's setting you up. That's what he's doing right now, you dumbass motherfucker. You really sitting in the house because he told you to sit in the house. Like the fuck? And it's like I said, that you're going to see, I mean, like they said, that having teeth, you know what I'm saying, that, you're going to see his teeth in a minute because like I said, right now, he just using words and whatnot. You know what I mean? You got to remember, that's just like, if you ever take the time to think about, like, okay, I'm in Cleveland. When you go into the police department only, like, employs so many people. The population is 50 times more than the fucking police department. Yet and still, why do people comply with it? So it's just like with this. They can't police everything right now. But they're going to. That's why the fuck they got the National Guard coming up. Well, they got the National Guard here. You just ain't seen them yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the first thing he did with that $50 billion, he ain't say, we gonna give y'all no money for no food. He ain't say, we gonna give y'all no money for... He said, I'm gonna get $50 billion for Congress. Well, he said, I only wanted 2. So he could do what he was trying to do with 2. They gave him 50. Then they sit and did this fucking stimulation packet that these fucking devils is trying to take the money off the top, off the drip. Man, like I said, this is a wicked ass place and it deserves to be burnt. Like I say, I always wondered that. I'm like, damn, like when you go into Monopoly, this game teach you to fucking buy as much as you can and then the motherfucker go broke. Like, that's the point of the game, to make another motherfucker broke. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole point of the game. You really think with these Americans' mentality, they gonna, like, if you hungry, we not taught, like, maybe 20 years ago, a couple decades ago, you still had, that spirit ain't here no more. Salakia. Motherfucker gonna watch you starve to death. It says fiat currencies may be gone by the end of this year. Alisardar McLeod tells Kaiser report. It says, since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, global stock markets have been on a dizzying roller coaster ride, and according to experts, that is likely to continue. And at the end of the day, because they're killing the dollar, all currencies are affected by the petrodollar. Our money isn't backed by gold or silver anymore. It's backed by the fact that, that's why I remember growing up and they told you, yeah, we had a Fort Knox and all that gold that they mined and found, it was in there and that's what made your money worth something. But now, no. I was watching some shit like maybe 5 years ago and they was talking about Fort Knox and they said the money's not got a value. It got a value because the government say it got a value. Because it's not backed by silver or gold anymore. It's backed by the fact that everything, like when you go into the petrodollar, when a country want to buy oil, they got to convert their money to dollar bills, to American money, to buy that oil. You know what I'm saying? Because that's some deal that the fucking Saudis and the fucking Americans made together. They sold them arms and they was able to do that with the oil, and America prospered from that shit. But now this shit is crashing. And that's why it's not coincidence that China and Russia and all these major countries, why do you think that you got the thing called the BRICS nations with Brazil and Russia and India and China and South Africa? Why do you think they got, why do you think, because they trying to get away from the petrodollar. Cause they do. It's basically like if you know a motherfucker stealing from you, getting over on you, you ain't gonna want to fuck with this motherfucker. Then they're not the only. That's how you know it's a worldwide thing. But it tells you in scripture that both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond is gonna receive a mark. They're gonna try and trip the whole planet. That's why this is happening like this. They showing you literally, and most people gonna comply. Most people, like I say, if they come right now and say, "Here, we got this medicine," you ain't seen no kind of case study or what the fuck it can do, if it's gonna kill you, if it works, anything. You gonna have a lot of motherfuckers gonna be like, yeah, I'll take it, just because some fact they so, cause fear is a weapon. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers, they playing on your fucking fear. I ain't met a person with this shit yet. Now, I ain't saying that this shit ain't real, but what I'm saying is, when you take the time, it's 7 billion people on the planet. It ain't even a fucking million people got this shit. And then I've read this much. You have had cases of the shit, but everybody don't die from this shit. It's like the fucking flu. Listen, if this shit was so dangerous like that, why the fuck is China opening up their borders again? They just said, we not opening it up to you motherfuckers. That just destroyed the whole industry. Because if motherfuckers can't fly no more, do you know how much listen, you got stewardess and motherfucking certain people that work for an airplane, certain jobs, they don't have a job no more. Because the industry been shut down since they first, and now you got countries like, well, we ain't letting y'all in here. That's why he's sitting up here saying if you traveled out of New York got the most cases now. They like, if you traveled out of New York, you need to go on quarantine, self-quarantine. They trust, show you how goofy, and elders was saying that. They was like, people ain't gonna self-quarantine. Not these fucking high-minded, motherfucking spoiled ass brats. They not gonna self-quarantine. You got a nigga in the projects just sitting out there just sitting. Until Esau come bust his ass in the head with the motherfucking billy club. That's what's gonna happen. This is gonna be horrible. That's why it's called Jacob's Trouble. Don't you get that? Like the fuck? Man, listen, it's people don't know this Bible like they think they do. You know what I mean? Like people get offended based on why the white man can't make it. Why should he be able to fucking make it? Why should any of these people be able to make it? And that's just the dumbest shit. I mean, that's some strong delusion the Lord got on people. Yo, motherfucking nigga get mad at you because you sitting up there saying, no, salvation only for you. Why would? You've been excluded from every fucking thing in your fucking, you a nigga, you the dumbest nigga. All you could do is like entertain these motherfuckers and spend your money with them. But yet still, you still want these motherfuckers to get salvation too. Like, what the fuck? That's like retarded. That means you have a slave's mentality. I give these hunkies that much. They got a rulership mentality. I watched Donald Trump say some shit on TV. He sat up there and said, the reporter's trying to ask him what is a acceptable number for amount of deaths. They try to play it off. Oh yeah, none, zero. But then this motherfucker talking about opening the borders again. He talking about opening America up, and you ain't even contain the virus, the supposed virus that's killing people. So this is all full of shit, man. Salakia. Since the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic, global stock markets have been on a dizzying roller coaster ride, and according to experts, that is likely to continue. And it ain't likely, it is. Like I said, this, no matter if you open the bitches up tomorrow, no matter if you keep on pumping paper money into this shit, at the end of the day, that's not going to sustain this. It's like a motherfucker that got shot with a 12 gauge, and you trying to put a Band-Aid on his motherfucking wound. Like, this nigga bleeding out, but you trying to put a Band-Aid on it. Like, that's not going to help him. Like, that nigga dead. You know what I mean? Like, the fuck? Listen, at the end of the day, you about to see how full of shit everything is. Remember when they had the Hurricane Katrina shit and people went to go ask for their money? They ain't never had no incident been paying insurance for the last 25 fucking years. And then they went to go ask, I need my money. You know? And motherfucking insurance companies going bankrupt. We ain't got the money. Where the fuck the money at? That's what this shit is. That unemployment is not about to be able to sustain all these people out of work. At all. The fuck is you? And you people believe in that shit, hoping and praying for it. You hoping and praying on the wrong shit because you trusting in fucking man. Salakia, RT's Kaiser report was joined by Alice Sadar McLeod, head of research for GoldMoney.com, to discuss the increasing unstable markets and ask whether or not they are a sign of the end of the fiat currency regime. And you hear how they pumping this out. Because at the end of the day, it's not just America trying to come up with a digital dollar. That's why you got certain countries that went cashless. Like China, they don't fuck with cash like that. They look at you like you retarded if you got cash. Australia, India. You know what I mean? That's 3 right there. Why do you think they pumping this 5G so hard? Because all that's going to play in the part with the chip and the digital dollar and all that shit. We have come up with a very real crisis, McLeod said, explaining that for decades, the U.S. Federal Reserve has been trying to maintain a false level of value in government securities. And that false value, and that false level of value and financial assets as a whole is beginning to fall apart. The Fed is losing control. Yet and still, their bright idea is to just fund everything that's going bankrupt in America. That's how you know people don't know as much as they think. Like, I literally was arguing with the 2/3, and I'm talking about, I know it's a demon on him or something, because I'm like, dude, you right. You know what I mean? Like, I look him in the face, you right. He keep on kind of find me, because he want me to believe this shit, and I'm like, dude, you can believe what you want. I'm never going to believe what you want me to believe. I say, man, dude, you know, he literally said just print more money. And I'm like, that ain't how money work, dumbass nigga. Like, especially this money, you don't know nothing about the money or nothing. But you want to tell me that, and you mad at me because I don't motherfucking want to hear what you're saying, or I don't believe it. You don't even know the basis of how money works. Just, I say, if we could just print more money, why the fuck we in debt then? We could just print money, remember? Just dumb as fuck, though. According to The Economist, the coronavirus has accelerated the dollar printing. And that's all they doing. And with this dollar, and he about to explain it, because this is what I've been saying. That's the spirit. According to The Economist, the coronavirus has accelerated the dollar print. Because they've been putting, like, I think, so many billions in the economy every day because this bitch is fucked up now. Man, listen, they just literally said the highest numbers ever. So what you seen in 2008 ain't going to be shit compared to this one. This is going to be worse than the Great Depression. This is about to become a third world country until this bitch get blown up. So you motherfucking privileged ass Americans, even the motherfucking nigga that stay in a project or the nigga bitch that stay in a project, they just proud. You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck is you proud? You stay in the projects. That's what kind of fucking attitude this place gives you. And then, like I say, I'm reading this shit. These motherfuckers on top of it, y'all done fuck the whole country up with this fake-ass money system. Y'all still want to take more paper money. Y'all gonna get the shit off the top. This shit crazy. More than $2 trillion was announced by the Federal Reserve in just the last week, and the amount of currency that's going to be issued in the next 2 to 3 months is far larger than anyone's. I didn't even know that part. So, yeah, but it makes sense because they got to. Like, people talking about $2 trillion, and the brother went into how much $2 trillion is. If you ever really take the time to actually, like, try and imagine how much money that is, but you got to remember, this is the same government that spends trillions on they fucking, we're already trillions in debt. They say like 23, 24 trillion in debt, and if you add, like, the healthcare system and all the other shit, it's like 60. You will never be able to pay that back. Because, first of all, want to know why you can never pay it back? Because of the way the system is built. Listen, you go to a bank and the bank gives you a loan on money they don't even fucking have. It's witchcraft. How you gonna loan me something you don't got? Because it's all made up numbers. Like, man, I ain't no fucking dummy. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end, I might do a lot of dumb shit, but we gon' and I was telling a lot of people, like, at the end of the day, I don't even do this for you. I do these videos for brothers that's believe what I believe. I literally heard a bitch literally sit up there and say, this is going to be a good year. I'm looking at this bitch like, this bitch got to be retarded. How the fuck is this going to be a good year? Bitch, even if you keep your job through the whole thing and a motherfucker just start plotting on you trying to rob you, how the fuck is it going to be a good year? Just stupid, though. Like, man, but that's a nigga for you. And especially a nigga, bitch. Like I try to tell my demon, I'm like, bitch, we got a baby, don't eat food. Let's try to stock up on some shit. She calling everybody. I'm like, is you serious? Like, bitch, you ain't never seen a kid hungry, huh? I sold drugs. I was so much of a piece of shit. I used to watch the bitch give us her money for the kids that's supposed to go to kids. And the kids hungry. Like, man, yeah, demons. You get what I'm saying? And yeah, still, you telling me this baby don't even know how to eat no real fucking food? But this bitch, and they'll get this bitch, and they know what they did when they gave a bitch a right, or you got to say so. They know women are emotional. The fuck? That's why they gave him that little power. You know what I mean? Like, the fuck, a man ain't gonna deal with that shit, but for so long, then the kids grow up all fucked up, but they households don't be all fucked up like that. Man, like, and that's all in the Bible. That's a curse, man. God said if you didn't follow my laws, statutes, and commandments, I was gonna fuck your household up. I was gonna make you and your, yeah. But people can't get that, and everybody don't go through it. So, but certain nationalities, so-called nationalities, do. I'm about to end this though. It says that's going to be issued in the next 2 to 3 months is far larger than anyone suspects. McLeod noted by the end of this year, we should not be surprised to find that not only has the whole industry of financial assets collapsed, but the fiat currency have gone with it. And that's the whole point I was trying to get at, because they promoting you up to it. Like I said, this is not just something they just started. I've been following blockchain and RFID technology and all this shit. That's why you got whole forums and all. This is a technology the government came up with along with private industry, and that's why the fuck they talking about this. That's why you got Amazon Go stores, man. That you can go in and you ain't got no motherfucking money. You don't give them no money. Just go in and they take it off your thing. What do you think they setting you up for? So when they gonna put you with, you gonna take the chip regular, or we gonna force you to take the chip? I mean, I can't say how they gonna do it. You know what I mean? It's probably gonna be different in different spots. You know what I mean? Like, you gonna have a lot of people that take it with no problem. I just looked at that shit when I went to the store. Like, people don't question shit. They just like, people just like fucking zombies for real. Like, just some dumb shit. And the craziest part is, to show you how cold the Lord is, he put a lot of the shit that we talking about in the movies. Like, you literally watching the shit in the movies. Like, the fuck? You gonna rely on a piece of technology that's gonna track you. Like, you worried about a motherfucker paying you paper money. You worried about what you gotta do to them if you don't. What if they don't give you the digital money? Because they don't, it's a button, right? They gotta, you know what I mean? Man, I'm about to end this lesson with this script, because, you know, I brought out, you know, what the mark was, and I'm about to bring out what's the penalty for taking it. You know what I mean? Because it is, I mean, you know, it is a repercussion. You know what I mean? You could take it. You know, it tells you in scripture, those that try to say their life for, he said, those that try to say their life shall lose it, and those that lose their life for my sake shall find it. So, you know what I mean? You're going to have people take it all day. You know what I mean? Because you got, first of all, a lot of people that don't really truly believe. That's why I tell you in scripture, God don't love everybody, contrary to popular fucking belief. Because everybody don't love God. That's why it tells you about a remnant. It's a remnant. It's always been a remnant. There's always been people that actually believe in God, while all this lawless, godless bullshit been going on. This is Revelations 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark. When you go into the word mark, that's G5480, charagma. And it says from the same G5482, a scratch or etching, a stamp, a badge of servitude. But when you go into that etching or scratch, that means they're going to actually literally like put an incision in you. And if you know anything about that RFID chip and all these people that fucking got it, it's people that got it. You got celebrities that got it. That's why they can tell you, yeah, stay in the house. How the fuck you gonna be able to stay in the house and you ain't got no job and these motherfuckers rich? And you know how many celebrities saying they got that shit, or just go and stay in the house? Will Smith faggot ass in there talking about, yeah, music to listen to while you stay in the house. Like, you know how stupid you fucking sound? That's why people, but you ain't really went through nothing yet. You ain't went a month yet without money. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't went no time where you really just up there desperate yet. And that's what they doing. They about to play on your human nature of desperation. Motherfuckers don't even know how to fast. Motherfuckers got to just stuff their face with something every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you see it. Like, it says, Salakia, it says his mark in his forehead or in his hand. So meaning, you ain't gonna just get in your forehead, your hand. You get in your ass, cheek, your toe. Motherfuckers got 12 fucking chips. But once you get that chip, that shit over with. You know what I'm saying? Now, the heathen can get it, but if you an Israelite, you under different laws, statutes, and commandments. You get what I'm saying? That's why Israelites don't do certain shit. And they don't know nothing about the Bible. Certain shit you got an Israelite won't do. That's natural. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no. You know what I mean? It says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. When you go into the word indignation, that's G3709. Violent passion, implication, punishment. It really goes into righteous anger. Because it's a justified anger. Like I said, if you sit up there and said how motherfucking they was sitting up here just promoting Dwayne Wade, promoting his fucking faggot ass son, and like the dude said, you might as well just throw him away. You allowed this little boy to be just, and you promoting that shit. The Lord got a special judgment for that dude. He don't even know it yet. It tells you in scripture he's the king of terrors. The Lord, like, I told somebody this, and then they was like, that happened to somebody. I don't know if it's true or not, but some Night of the Living Dead type shit. Like, just get stuck in a motherfucking apartment building, quarantine with a motherfucker that got corona. That die. You just got to be stuck in there with him. Like, the fuck? Like, that's some terrible shit. You know what I'm saying? Or you fall and break your leg, and then just all kind of fucking animals just come. Like, first a coyote come and bite your dumb ass. Then a fucking, you know what I mean? Just animals just start feeding on your dumb ass. Because, yeah, the Lord gonna put a spirit on these animals and all that shit. Like, you, man, listen. It's not a coincidence that you got coyotes in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't made up. That's true. I done seen some, nigga. I done heard people say, nigga, I'm going down a cut. This ain't no dog. This a coyote. That bitch look like a big ass wolf. You know, that coyote. The fuck? It said, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. And that fire, that indignation, is is basically, you know, that nuclear fire that the Most High gonna send to destroy this place to cleanse it. Because, you know, in the book of Genesis, the earth was cleansed with water. That's a cleansing agent. You can clean something with water, but you also can clean and purify something with fire. You know what I mean? This is book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. Like I say, so, I mean, you know, a lot of people going to take that chip. Not everybody, but a lot. You know what I mean? And that's the next major prophecy meant to happen. You know what I mean? You know how many prophecies happened this year? We only going into April. We ain't even in April yet. That's 3 months. Your economy just buckled on your fucking head, and you sitting up here trusting, y'all don't even know. So with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory. Call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Waha, Rahago, that's what thou. Double honors, apostles, and elders of great millstone told me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and sincerity, risking the lives and the freedom to do so. Shalom to the Akwat and the Akim out there listening and learning. Lord willing, to edifying video. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad, living in the land of the other nations, looking like the other nations was subscribing to this truth. To you, I say shalom. Lord willing, I'm able to come with another lesson. Until next time, shalom, shalom, mawat la babal.